Coquito, that amazing, thick, delicious coconut Puerto Rican drink that everyone loves so much. And I'm going to teach you how to make it with or without alcohol so everyone can indulge. Sally, that girl, in the kitchen. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sally, that girl, in the kitchen. In today's episode, I'm going to teach you how to make coquito. Yes, that delicious, creamy, indulgent Puerto Rican drink that is loved by so many. And I decided to film it this year because year after year, I get texts and phone calls from my friends saying, Sally, could you please send me your coquito recipe once again? And although I don't mind doing it, I actually love it. But I figured, why not share it with the world? It's easy, it's delicious, it's just so good. So I'm super excited to teach you how to make it. So let's not wait another second and let's get started. So this recipe will make 2 bottles of coquito. I use nice sized bottles, but I actually had a little more than 2 bottles worth. So keep that in mind when preparing your coquito. You're going to need 1 15-ounce can of cream of coconut, 1 13.5-ounce can of coconut milk, 2 14-ounce cans of sweetened condensed milk, 2 12-ounce cans of 2% evaporated milk, 2 cups, or in other words, 16 ounces, of white rum, or if you're going with a non-alcoholic version of your coquito, then you want to replace your rum with water. 1 tablespoon of pure vanilla extract, and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon powder. You will also need a can opener and a spoon, some measuring spoons, a whisk, a wet measuring cup, a large pitcher, and if you'd like, you could get some pretty glass bottles like the ones I show here to transfer your coquito into them and then let them cool in the fridge. I actually will make enough to fill both of those bottles and still have a little more left over. So now that we have all of our ingredients and tools together, let's get started. So this coquito recipe comes together so quickly. Notice I'm not even using a blender. You will not need one. All you need to do is open up all of your cans, have your large pitcher handy, grab your whisk, measure out either your rum or water if you're going alcoholic or non-alcoholic, and measure out your vanilla and your cinnamon. Have everything handy, and we're going to put it all together. So the first thing you're going to want to do is grab your large pitcher. And the good thing about this recipe is we're pouring directly from the can. There's not a lot of measuring happening. We're just going to grab our can of evaporated milk. I like using 2%. And then we're just going to pour both of those cans right into our large pitcher. Then once those are in, then we're going to grab our coconut milk. So we're using different styles of coconut. One of them is coconut milk, not the same as coconut cream. So you want to add the whole can, and then you're going to grab your coconut cream, crema de coco, which is much thicker. It's syrupy and sweet, and it's really delicious. It's what gives this coquito its amazing flavor. You're going to pour the whole can right in. Then you're going to grab your 2 cans of sweetened condensed milk. And for this, I like to use a spoon because it's super thick and rich. And I want to make sure I get all of that yumminess off of the cans. And I'm going to add that right into that large pitcher. And then once I do my first one, then I just repeat the process and add the second one. I mean, this recipe could not be any easier. It is so delicious. The result is so yummy and creamy. And so after this step, I may or may not lick the spoon. And so once I've done that, then now all I need to do is bring over my pure vanilla extract, and I'm going to add that right in. Makes it beautifully fragrant and delicious. And then of course, my cinnamon powder is going to go right into the same pitcher. And then I measure out either my water if I'm going non-alcoholic, or of course my rum if I'm doing an alcoholic version, and I'm adding it in. You need to do water if you're not doing rum because you definitely need to water down that thick, creamy mixture. So either the rum or the water will give you the same delicious, creamy results. It'll be perfect. So then all I'm doing is grabbing my whisk, as you see, and just scraping down that cinnamon off the sides of my pitcher. And I'm just giving it a really great stir. There really is no need for a blender when it comes to making coquito. Now, of course, if you prefer to mix with a blender, then have at it. But I think the blender adds in a lot of unnecessary air. We really don't need it. All we need is a little bit of muscle and a whisk. And we're just going to whisk away, bring everything together. And it smells so good. The coconut, the vanilla, the cinnamon, all of those amazing smells. Delicious. So that's it. We brought it all together. It's smelling amazing. I grabbed my 2 pretty glass bottles, and then I'm just going to carefully pour my coquito into the bottles. I just really love how it looks when I serve my coquito from these pretty bottles. So of course, this is totally optional, but I just love how it looks. It's just super, super cute. And you can put the bottles into the fridge to chill your coquito, and it's perfect when you're ready to serve them. You just give them a really good shake and they're good to go. Now, as I said, I had a little left over, so I'm just gonna pour that into a separate little bottle so that I can refrigerate my coquito, and it will be delicious. It smells so good. I can't wait to try it. But you do wanna chill it because it's best chilled. So now I've chilled it, I've served myself a little, and I'm going to give it a taste. I am sure it's going to be creamy and delicious. Cheers. Here's to good health. Amazing. So good. Love it. Look how thick and creamy. It literally coats the side of the glass. It's the perfect consistency. Amazing flavor. Super good. Whether alcoholic or non-alcoholic, you are going to love this coquito. So how yummy does this look? And it came together so quickly. It's super easy. You saw I didn't even need a blender. Just a nice big jug and a whisk, and just whip it all together. And before you know it, you have the most delicious, creamy, indulgent drink. And of course, we put it in the fridge, let it chill, and it just becomes something out of this world. And the best part about this recipe is you can please the little ones too. You can totally go non-alcoholic. It's just as creamy, just as delicious, and everyone can indulge. Just be sure, of course, to make it in a very separate bottle, a very different type of container, so you know which one is which when you're serving around kids. But believe me, this is yummy, easy, and everyone is going to love it. Trust me. No, better yet, don't trust me. You're gonna have to try to make this recipe yourself. And of course, if you've enjoyed today's recipe, don't forget to like, comment, and share. I really appreciate when you share my videos, so thank you so much for doing that. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and to touch that little notification bell so that you get notified every time I put up a yummy recipe, which I do all of the time. Many of them super quick and easy. How quick and easy was this one? And if you're not already following me on social media, you can follow Sally That Girl in the Kitchen on Facebook, Instagram, and on Pinterest. And you can find me as Sally That Girl FL on Twitter, Snapchat, and on TikTok. See you next time. Sally That Girl in the Kitchen.